Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to our Fallout.
I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship, yowza.
Motherfucker, interrupt me again, and I will present you with 12 gauge. Bitch. Anyway, oh yes, the immensely... You know what's stupid? I don't know if I've got a weird version, but that's not the version I should be hearing. Or unless it's like some kind of special version and I've just got the shit version. I don't know. Maybe because it's Raiders, it's not... Yeah, it's hardened. Maybe I need to like get that. What is that any different? I really don't know. I'll have to figure this out at another time, but I'm disappointed to say the least. I even went onto the website following the introduction. And like I went onto the website, like the website that took me to the thing about the gun. And it's shit. Anyway, so we'll get onto that whenever we get the chance.
Hey,
Anyway.
You like scary stories? Head up to Salem sometime. Take the scenic tour.
Fuck you. Anyway, so like I was saying, we are basically in a... Oh, damn it. We are in Good Neighbor, and we are going to... Memory Den. We are going to Memory Den, which allows us to track where Kellogg was going, and we just encountered our first few, well, this area, including also the mayor, which is pretty awesome. So, encountering various semi-criminal, I say semi-criminal, there are a lot more scumbags in the world, but you know what, these guys, they're nice scumbags, so there's a difference. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be encountering various people. I'm going to try and see if we can have that brain system reduced. So if we can try and, like, not worry about that, that would be nice.
Well,
How the fuck did you...
I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
I swear Valentine just walks into a room and just speaks. He doesn't even need to unfly his pants. He just speaks. Wait, is she connected or something? Internet! Or lack of. I'm curious. What's up here? I've never been up here. Wow, this is shit.
Hey, you trying to get us in trouble?
Nope, just... How do you know? Fuck you. I'm having these missiles. No, I don't need that. Don't need that. We're good. You know, you could just remain silent and down here, because then A, it proves the realism factor, and B... Shut up. Anyway, besides, missiles, mine.
Dr.
Who...
Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
You're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
We need a deep dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Alright, let's do this. Imagine if we could have this kind of technology. That would be awesome. Ooh! I totally didn't see those medicals.
Brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Assassin's Creed! Load us into the anime. I mean the memory thingy. Yes. And technically this isn't copyright because it's not your descendant. It's just some other dude. So, you know, it counts. We're all good. No copyright from Ubisoft.
Can you hear me?
Yet.
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working.
Yeah, just a shame that the graphics look like shit. Whee!
I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
There we go.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
So for anyone who has already seen this, you probably skipped this bit because, well, it's just a series where we show Kellogg and him talking about how he is, but...
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep! I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
Yeah, GG.
Let's keep looking.
Yeah, that's a little ironic, isn't it? Because that's what I'm using right now. That's my 44.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Doody-doody-doo. Bit of a, I'm not gonna lie, possibly my, not really, not that it wasn't boring, but it's like you're trying, like this whole sequence is like, well, okay.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Hello.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems.
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
I'm not entirely sure why you'd want to boast that you killed cattle.
We'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, We seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
So,
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened.
You're looking at me.
They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine. You're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
System off. Shutting down.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
So
We're
that's...
running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated.
Hi.
Cryogenic stasis.
How you doing?
Suspended.
Even though...
computers are still working.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
That's good. Check.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
And yep, and here it comes.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Bit of a traumatic moment for anyone who... This was quite big when I first saw it. I was like, oh, fuck.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby. No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you son.
And there's a death baby.
Damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
GG.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Do 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 do.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you get... The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human.
But look at the clothes.
I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Whenever I look at the Corsair.
They get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in...
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea.
A fitting song.
Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Teleportation.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah. So there's the dull side, which is about, what, 25 minutes in? I might make a bookmark for anyone who isn't interested in that. So anyone who's just skipped from that point, welcome back. We've just gone through all the memory sequence of Kellogg's brain cells, so we're back and we're able to do shit again. Probably one of the more boring bits of the game for me, but
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done
do I have a radio on?
this before.
No.
How do you feel?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine.
Yay.
Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first.
Yay.
Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Booyah. Right, and all of this is mine. Stim pack. What can I nick? Oh, I've taken all of that. Yes! Right, so I'm nicking you. Might as well, yeah, like I can sell the drugs when I get to, yes. Glue and whatever. It's glorious. Okay, so, nom. So as you can see, the Institute are quite evil. And it kind of brings me to the point that I was trying to talk about in the last episode. Which, well, we'll talk to Valentine first, and then I'll continue on with my subject matter. Hello.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
No offense to you, Nick, but I'd rather have dog meat as a companion, because then I can be on my own. Again, it sounds really dickish, but I'm not much of a companion fan. Like, don't get me wrong, Valentine is a legend, without a shadow of a doubt. But the problem with Valentine is... Well, the thing just in general, companions is just something I'm not a big fan of. As I said, I'm all about the lone wolf. So anyway, going back to the whole Institute being absolute assholes. Now, I know that there's probably a few people out there who...
Better keep your iron strapped on. Friendly advice.
Shut thy fuck up. Right.
Yeah?
Hey, Daisy. Glad you can make it. How's my favorite girl?
Yeah.
Didn't I see you on a date with her?
So basically, oh, you know what? We don't need to see this. There's just basically the mayor wants to talk about stuff. He's like, hey, we're gonna do all right if everyone just knows what they're doing. See ya, Valentine. Anyway, I'll take your pipe pistol. So, ooh, does that mean I can? No, I can't because you're there, bastard. Okay, hunting shotgun. Ooh! You look nice. You know what? We'll have a look at you. Are you going to sound like a shotgun that I might like the sound of? We're gonna find out. Hunting shotgun. Sup? Oh, yes. That is my shotgun now. I am going to deconstruct those two ugly pieces of crap shotguns. Oh, that's my shotgun. Oh, yeah, I can get rid of this as well. Right, get rid of you, 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 get rid of you. Right, calibrated advanced receiver. We get to increase our DPS. Marksman stock, yeah, no, that's completely fine. With extended tube, I'm total up about. Standard pump. Choke. Let's choke. Recoil control. Yep, that's fine. Alright, cool. Okay, so basically now the glowing sea is something which we have to get to. As you can see, it's quite a bit of a run. So let's have a look. See, what kind of quests do we have? We go over to the quests. We've got the story of the century. What we're going to do is we're going to talk to Brotherhood. Freedom calls, miscellaneous. Give Sheffield a nuka car. I think what we'll do is we'll speak to. We'll organise the shit up and whatever. But okay, so to explain the whole situation with regards to why I do not like the Institute. In fact, what we'll do is we'll transfer all the shit that we found loot-wise at the strong. So yeah, basically the Institute not only are an underground organization to begin with. So like to begin with, the Institute is very scientifically damning of humanity. You know, spoilers ahead. Anyone who doesn't want to see this, you know, unplug or turn off the video and stuff. We're primarily just going to be doing some non-questy things. This episode has been primarily dominated by storytelling and nothing happening. So, in a sense, you can pretty much skip this episode if you're kind of wondering. The next episode, we're going to be going a lot more into what's going on, like with the story and everything. So, yeah, basically, the point of the Institute, you know, the Institute is very anti-human. In a sense, paratroopers. Like, they've tried, you know, they said they've tried to organize the wasteland. They tried to go in there and try and help and stuff, but they've sort of given up on humanity. They're very condescending of humanity. They do not believe humanity to have a fair chance anymore, and they're all talking about utilizing synths to, in a sense, replace us. Which is, of course, a big no-no. I am not a big fan of robotic technologies looking like humans. The moment something looks like a human, and this is just something I personally believe, the more human you make the machine, the less they are human to us. Because they do not understand certain emotions. And the same goes for every kind of thing like that. So, you've got the Institute who have these soulless machines that just want to murder everything. Even though they have that sort of, oh, I'm human, what? No. just... If AI gets a conscious, the guarantee you... While many may not be... Ooh, hello. Why is everything super out of focus? Oh, I know why. Because, yes, the special effects. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sleep, and then hopefully this particular blur... This hasn't actually happened for quite some time. 3 hours, yeah. Occasionally, due to the... Slight side note. Due to the... there we go. Due to the length in which my weather effect... Start again. I'm doing amazingly well at speaking to you today. Due to the fact that I have prolonged time in this game, so instead of it being 20 for every 20 seconds, is it MCM settings or is it on? Yeah, well, for every 20 seconds, normally an hour would pass or whatever. So that's the general theory. Well, in this, I am basically. Can I upgrade you? Oh, I can give you more. Actually, to be honest with you, hybrid weave. Yes, I wouldn't mind that actually. Long sleeve, mercenary material. That's fine. Add-on mod, pocketed as well, so it's like it does the job. Lining, insulated as well. I need more adhesive, but hey, giving you slightly more stuff. Right, let's transfer all the shit that I've just done. There we go. We'll just go with... there we go. So, the Institute is very condescending of humanity. It does not feel that humanity has... you know, is good, and it's sort of like, you know, they're unguided, we need to guide them, and blah 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 blah. And so for me, that's like an insta oh hell no, that's like a oh hell no sort of moment, because basically they're just going to damn humanity. Ringside chokes. Can I increase the frame? I can, but I do not have any fucking adhesive. That's depressing. So when they and not only that, they have sent, you know, as I said, they're utilizing machines more than man because they feel they can replace it. They've also fucked with the wasteland as well. Right, dog meat. There you are.
Hey,
dog meat. Hello.
Come on, boy. It's time to go. Again,
very pervy. So they've not only done that, they've also fucked with the wasteland. Soon, my precious. They are in part responsible for the whole situation with Preston Garvey over at Sanctuary, so that's going to be a thing. They are also in part responsible for... They are also in part responsible for certain groups of creatures that we have encountered on a few occasions being sprung up all around. Don't forget they're also taking people and experimenting on them. You know, like they are doing things to people. They're not just taking them and giving them a holiday. No, they are doing something to them. What it is, we've yet to discover them. But like, you know, experimenting. Okay, I kind of gave it away. They are somewhat experimenting on people. For what though, we don't know. But what I can tell you is that they be not good guys, and I really don't like them. They are basically representing a sort of arrogance that is fairly similar to what the Americans was during, just before the war. So, in all essence, the most important lesson that we have to take away from this is, under no circumstances are the Institute any kind of good.
Damn sense could be anywhere.
Yeah, good way. Great job, Piper.
I don't want to hear about anybody getting bit.
Yeah. You know, so they are responsible for a number of things that are fucked up in the thing. And it's like, people aren't coming back from being taken by the Institute. So, later on in this series, we are going to encounter the #1 reason why I think the Institute needed to go bye-bye. But we're going to have to, you know, deal with that in a second.
Stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Piper.
Heading my way?
You sure you want to travel with me?
Well, it's that or get back.
Oh.
Let's trade.
This is what I've got.
Right, how do I talk to you about... Okay, never mind. There you go, then. I thought I could get that, quest, but I guess not, unless you instantly go to it, which is a bit of a shame, because I kind of wanted to talk about it. But that's okay. We can do something else. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode here. So, let's have a look, see. What missions do I have to do? I don't think there is any missions I have to do, except go to the glowing sea, is there? Like... Story of the Century? Can't do. So it's now find Virgil in the glowing sea. Now, we can go and utilize... actually, what I can do, whilst I'm talking about the Institute... Oh, no, I've already spoken enough about the Institute. Right, it's actually going to kind of a good call, because we're going to need to buy some stuff. And I don't have much credits, but I do have a few things. And I have also got an MP40, so not really much damage. Will not lie, but we can use some things to sell.
We're having a sale on brooms. Oh, no, wait. My programming is telling me we never have sales. Maybe you should buy something else.
Let's see what you have.
Anything.
Right, okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to sell all of this because money. And I'm also going to sell armor that I'm not wearing. So, bye-bye on you. Any guns I don't need. We don't need that. That's all good. Oh yeah, plasma rifle. I don't... Well, plasma... Right, I'm going to turn it into a plasma rifle, but yeah. So, grenade, stim pack. Okay, so I'm going to need to figure out if we have some medical shit. Medical... Medical... Do we have any stim packs over there? Oh, there it is. We do have some stim packs, but they cost way too much. I'm going to have 5, except that. 4, 3, 2, 1. I like my... I like my stuff. I am going to have 2 more radaways. For ammo, how much ammo do we have? Okay, 308. I'm confident we're okay on. 38. It's alright. 44. We've got a shit ton of 45. I haven't got any 45 rounds. We've got a shit ton of them. 10 mil we could do a little bit more on. Here we go. It's about that. Not got much ammo left. 5 mil. How are we doing on 5? There is no 5. God damn it. How much does it cost to get? Literally. Okay, GG. Oh no, there's the 5 mil round. Yeah. Oh no, hang on. Wait. If I wait a second, I get rid of the. Wait, what? Only 45. Okay, we'll accept that. If I have all of those 5 mil rounds. 790. Ah, shit, I need like 60 quid more. I could sell you some flamer fuel. I don't need flamer fuel. That's fine. I'm totally chill with that. Nor do I need these nails. Do I need gamma rounds? I'm not so fast. Ah, flares. No, that's fine. Wait, flares? Is that the flare for like the... No, that's the grenade, isn't it? Yeah, so that one is... No, I don't need that. There we go. Sweet. Okay, that should be it for now. Right, well, that's going to be it from me, guys. This episode was fairly dull. Apologies for the quietness. To be honest with you, I had a feeling that this particular episode was going to be a little bit less exciting because it's all about the whole not doing anything. So, what instead we're going to do is I'm going to finish off by going to Red Rocket once again. And then I am going to get in my suit of power. And we're going to go, in the next episode, to the Glowing Sea. So... So far we've kind of zooped our way through most of the story, which is good because it means we get to the good bits later on, quicker. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed so far. Hopefully, I'm kind of glad that it's kind of a good thing / a bad thing about the Vidme thing. I'm a little bit upset by the whole Vidme going down thing, it was kind of depressing considering how YouTube is right now. But if we're lucky and the Emperor's light shines upon us, this series will do fairly well, which means, well, depending on how popular it is. I'll probably put in the episode thing. This is an off episode, so we're sort of getting ourselves ready. Anyway, so I will finish off this episode here. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you... Obviously, this kind of content you can happily ignore. But the next kind of content, I hope you guys will enjoy. I will see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.